Walkaround family, welcome back to another video. Today we are at Montano Acura and we're taking a look at a 2024 Acura Integra A-Spec. So this model is one up from the base model, one below from the fully loaded model. So what the A-Spec is going to give you from the base model, gray wheels, specifically for the A-Spec. You do have gloss black inserts on the front bumper, gloss black inserts on the rear bumper, and you do have the A-Spec badging all around it, and there are a few more goodies. You will have full LED on it, all Integras actually, so high beam, low beam, turn signals. The A-Spec will give you fog lights that the base model doesn't give you, and these are also LED with the dual LEDs. One thing I love about Acura, you do have the gloss black on the grille. I like the styling where it looks like you're kind of racing to the emblem, which is pretty cool. Gloss black inserts on the lower portion down here. You do have Integra stamped into the bumper, kind of like the original Integra, which is pretty cool. A-Spec badging on the side. You're also going to get blind spot monitoring on the side mirrors. The base model do have chrome around the windows. A-Spec does black that out for you. And then coming along to the rear, same LED tail lights, brake lights, turn signals, and reverse lights, so full LED. A-Spec will give you this gloss black spoiler, which is pretty cool. And then the portion down here is gloss black as well, because if you get a base model, then that's going to be flat black. So jumping back up, let's get into the interior. You do have smart entry on all Integras, even the base model. And leather seating is standard as well. This color is a platinum white pearl with the ebony interior. Coming along the door, soft touch up top as well. You do have auto up down windows, hold for the rear, but they are power locks, power mirrors. Kind of like similar like the Civic, you have this material on the door handle, which I love. And you usually will get memory seats here, but that's only on the A-Spec with tech. So A-Spec does have a blank buttons there, but I do like this unique design right here. Like this kind of gray finish, looks really nice. You have storage in there, bottle holder, speaker as well. You do have power driver seating, so forward and back, up and down, forward and back for this portion of the seating, and forward and back with your back as well. No lumbar. I believe you have to get the A-Spec with tech to get lumbar. Now we're here in the interior. First thing you're gonna notice is it don't have that long vent that go all the way across like the Civic. The interior has its own unique design, and I like this kind of gray texture that it has here, which is pretty cool. But the knobs still feel premium, which is really nice. And you have one over here as well. You do have your traction control on and off button there. Pop the hood there, and that's pretty much it. No trunk release button because this is a hatchback, and you can lock the vents over here. Coming along on the steering wheel, you do have a leather wrap steering wheel and this stitch in the middle, and you have some gloss black in the middle, which is pretty cool. Got a specific A-Spec symbol right here at the bottom with the same material that I like this color, and feels good to the wheel. This is the same steering wheel in the Civic, but of course Acura dropped their spiciness to it. You do have a full digital cluster, and what's cool on the Integra is that that's standard in all three trims. So the base, this A-Spec, and the A-Spec with tech, and it's very configurable. If you've seen most of my videos, you're pretty much used to this screen here. So you know the left side is going to be your sources. So you have AM, FM, Bluetooth, USB, all that good stuff. And the right side is going to be all your settings, gauge displays, vehicle settings. You got brightness. Let me actually zoom up in this so you guys can actually see. You can have nothing there. You can see all your safety features. So you have road departure, blind spot monitoring on and off, collision braking, go back, tire pressure, which is cool, oil life, who got their seatbelts on, or you're waking up to drive, the engine speed, and range, and I already forgot what it is. Oh, average fuel and range. I forgot what that menu is called. So, oh, it went the wrong way. We need to zoom out of it. There we go. You do have your temperatures on the outside, gas on the right side. You guys should be very familiar with this gauging there. And you do have auto headlights. So you have off, auto, parking light on, and fog lights too. One thing on the Civic, you have to get a Sport Touring to get fog lights, but on the Integra, that's standard on the A-Spec and the A-Spec with tech. And the right side will have your wipers as well. And there is no rear wiper on the Integra, even though it's a hatchback. You have your front wipers, and that's pretty much it. Off, intermediate, low, and high. So back on the steering wheel, you do have power shifters. In the rear, it does have a CVT transmission. The powertrain is pretty much a Civic's SI powertrain. So it's the 1.5 turbo 4-cylinder makes 200 horsepower, but you do have the CVT, or you can get a manual transmission in the higher A-Spec model. You also have standard Acura watch, so you have your regular cruise control, cancel, resume, set, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and you saw the additional safety features in the screen that was went over. That's going to be standard on every Integra, and you do have the 7-inch touchscreen display here. If you want the bigger 9-inch display, you have to go up to the A-Spec with Tech, or get Integra Type S. But touchscreen, you still have volume knob, tuning knob, backup cameras on here standard as well. Actually, I'll put it in reverse so you guys can see what it looks like. So you have a wide angle, normal, top down, and you have your cross traffic on and off. If you've seen most of my videos, you're gonna be familiar with the screen as well. And then you have your phone shortcuts, radio, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You do have to plug your phone in for Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. If you want it to be wireless, you have to go up to the A-Spec with Tech. But still, simple screen, easy to use. You do have heated seats on the A-Spec. So you have 3 different levels, high, medium, low, only in the front. And you do have single zone climate control. If you want the dual zone, you go up to the A-Spec with Tech. Pretty much the A-Spec with Tech will give you more of the tech, if that makes sense. This A-Spec is more of a, you like the base model, but you want a little bit more. That's what this guy's for. And you want the more sportier look, you get this with the A-Spec. And you do have one USB-A down here with your power outlet. You have storage down here. If you want the wireless phone charger, I think the A-Spec should have that standard as well. And you have the leather wrap shift knob. I like how this looks. It looks very premium. And you do have park, reverse, neutral, drive. You can put the transmission into a sport mode, which is cool. You do have dynamic mode in Integras. So you can have, so this one, let me zoom in. You have 3 different options. You have sport, normal, and comfort. And look, the gauges turn colors too, which is pretty cool. I'll leave that guy in normal. Come along back down here, you do have your engine auto stop off feature there. And then you do have your emergency brake on and off with brake hold as well. You do have gloss black all around the shifter in this portion here. You have your cup holders here. And you have this soft touch armrest. It is single stitch. Not sure if that's real or not. Looks nice though. And then you have storage down in there. And you do have your glove box here. It's not lockable on the A-Spec, but decent size, nothing too crazy. And just kind of show you guys the seat design. It feels good, comfortable, hugs you just right, not too bolstered, especially not like the Type S. Type S is a lot more bolstered than the regular Integras. And then coming up over here, you do have an auto dimming rear view mirror. No home link built in, but it is auto dimming. And the A-Spec also will give you a moonroof. And actually, all Integras have moonroofs, which is pretty cool. But I believe mine is the Type S. I don't think the Type S has a moonroof. But you do have your moonroof controls up here, LED lighting all around. And you do have a vanity mirror as well. It's not LED, but at least you still get a light. But the Integra is very comfortable, especially if you like the Civic, you just want a little bit more. The Integra is definitely the way to go. Even though the Integra is on the same chassis as the Civic, no body panels is shared with the Civic. So everyone is saying that the Integra is just a Civic. Even though if you look back in the history of Integras, the Integra always been on a Civic chassis, but you know, it's a little bit more beefed up, a little bit more nicer, more quieter, a little bit more premium versus the Civic. And that's the same thing here. If you like the Civic, but you just wish you had a little bit more, or let's say you want a base model vehicle, or you want something that's not fully loaded, it's like kind of right in the middle, and you want some standard goodies, the A-Spec is definitely the way to go. You have all the safety features, leather seats, leather steering wheel. This makes 200 horsepower. Like I said, the Civic only makes 180. So if you want a little bit more power, this is definitely the way to go. Let's jump into the rear seats. We're sitting here in the back, sitting behind myself, plenty of leg room. And you do have a mat pocket in the passenger seat, but none behind the driver's seat. And you don't get any air vents or USB-Cs back here, but still pretty comfortable. No armrest drop down back here as well. Taking a look at the door, you do have a speaker here, tweeter there. It mirrors the front door, so soft touch here. Not soft at all on the top portion like the front door, but you do have a window control, door handle. That's pretty much it. We're gonna jump out and go take a look at the cargo space, because that is a little bit different than the Civic. The hatch opens a lot different than the Civic because you have this rear bumper, you have the Integra stamped into the bumper. But because of this rear bumper here, the hatch actually opens like from up here. So you do have a deeper trunk, I would say, but you do have your load floor is a lot higher compared to the Civic. And you do have some storage on the left side, nothing really on the right side. The seats do fold down. Look like it's a 60/40. Floor mats come standard with the Integra. And then you do have some storage under here, flat fix kit, because you don't get a spare tire on any of the Integras. But pretty simple LED lighting as well. I like that the privacy screen, or I guess you call this a cargo cover, it's a one piece. On the Civic, it's two pieces, so it's one on the window and then you have to pull the little screen across, but on this guy, just one piece. So it's actually pretty nice. One thing I forgot to mention are the sport pedals. So the base model does not have these sport pedals. That's standard on the A-Spec. And this has A-Spec on the doors sill. I'm not sure if that's standard or not. I'll have to definitely double check, but that's actually pretty cool. We made it to the Integra model lineup. This is for the 2024, like we just did a walk around on. Now we already did the base model. Now we're doing the A-Spec. Also, I don't know what was going on today, but my audio was just, I don't know, I was in the wrong setting. So I apologize for that. But the next video, when we do this, the A-Spec should be a lot better. So I apologize for that throughout the whole video. But yeah, I just want to show you guys kind of what the A-Spec adds on top of the base. Because remember, there's three of them. So you have Integra base, you have the Integra with A-Spec, and you have Integra A-Spec with technology package. So we did the A-Spec, and the A-Spec is pretty much going to have everything the base model have, but it adds the A-Spec badging, the LED fog lights, you have the gloss black front and rear fascia trim on the bumpers. You have the sports spoiler, you have the 18-inch alloy wheels. You do get 235, 40, 18 high performance tires. I even go over the tire size, but you do get those on the A-Spec. So I wonder, what is it on the base? Is it just more narrower? Let's see if it's even. Oh yeah, you get 215s, 50, 17s. So you get 17s on the base model, and you get 18s on the A-Spec, and they're 235 instead of 215s. So you have that guy. You have the dark metal film interior trim. You get the sport pedals, so the stainless steel pedals, and the red gauge needles. So that's actually pretty much what you get on there. And the A-Spec, what it really is like I was saying in the video, it's a base model, but it looks sporty, and you just get a little bit more sportier goodies. So the A-Spec is really for someone that doesn't want to get in this price range of an A-Spec. You're okay with the pricing of the base model, but you just want a little bit more. Like, you love everything the base model have, but you want a little bit more, get the more sportier looks. That's why you go with the A-Spec. So we're gonna jump in and actually go and build one. So the Integra, like I said, besides the Type S, which is the 2-liter, you get a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, turbocharged, and all Integras make about to say 400 horsepower. It makes 200 horsepower, and they're only front-wheel drive. You can get a manual transmission, but only on the A-Spec with technology. So we're gonna do the front-wheel drive. If you look at the pricing between the base Integra and the A-Spec, it's like a $2,000 difference. And for that $2,000, you see the features that it does add on. And if you ever have a car and you try to buy like wheels and lips and bumpers and stuff like that, you do spend more than $2,000. So it is a good value package, I would say, if you love what the base model have, but you just want a little more sport. I know I keep saying that over and over, but that's literally what it is. So we're gonna jump in and build this guy. Personally, if I were to get an Integra, I'll get an A-Spec with tech, because you guys know I love fully loaded models. But if you don't need all of that, you don't need to spend all that money, you know, in the mid 30s, you're here. The A-Spec Integra is pretty much like a sport Civic, but if you're willing to spend a little bit more money, you just get way more standard goodies compared to a sport Civic. Like, a sport Civic doesn't have blind spot, doesn't have moonroof, doesn't have leather seats, doesn't have power seats. Like, it's just a whole lot that you get, heated seats that you get in this guy versus a sport Civic. So if you can afford to spend a little bit more, you just want a more premium car, A-Spec is the way to go. So you have Lunar Silver Metallic, which comes with black interior. You have Majestic Black Pearl, which comes with the, well, Acura calls it ebony. I know I keep saying black. They call it ebony. So you have the ebony or red with black, which is pretty cool. Or let's actually look in the interior so you guys can see what that red look like. See, like, the website doesn't show it too much justice. That's interesting. Is the stitching different depending on the interior color? Oh, it is. So if you get red interior, you get red stitching. That is fire. Look at that. Okay. So yeah, the red interior will give you red stitching, which is cool. Oh, that's fire. Okay. So let's go back to the
exterior. And if you get with the liquid carbon, which I love this color, $600. By the way, all the colors are $600 more besides silver, which is interesting. So if you want to save some money, you can go with silver. It'll save you $600. But you can get the liquid carbon, which is like their dark gray with the red or ebony interior, performance red. You get orchid. Did I say that right? Orchid? I think it's orchid. So this is actually a really, really. You gotta see these cars in person. The computer doesn't really do it justice on how this actually looks, but this actually looks pretty nice. Me, I will either go with the ebony or the red, but it's good that you have those options because if you go with a sport Civic, your only option is the black interior. Like you don't have red, you don't have the I'm about to say ebony. You don't have the I was just on it. How I forgot the color already. Hold on. The orchid. You don't have the orchid. Platinum White Pro is what we were on, and you can get all three interiors with white. And Apex Blue, you can get ebony or orchid. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Comment below if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I tried. So this guy with the ebony, let me just kind of give you guys a breakdown. You're looking at $33,500 at MSRP, and for the premium color, $600, and you get the 2-year, 24,000 mile maintenance plan, of course. You're looking at $3,400 plus destination handling. You're at $35,000 all set and done on an A-Spec. But one thing too I'll say is even though I don't drive these cars in my videos, I've driven a lot of cars. And when the Integra first came out, the first Integra I actually drove was the A-Spec manual transmission. So I actually have that vehicle on my other channel before I had this channel. And it drives really well. Like it blows the Civic out the water when it comes to handling, when it comes to how quiet it is. It just feels like a way more premium vehicle. So a lot of people that haven't drove one of these is gonna say like, "Oh, it's just a nice Civic or whatever." Until you drive one, it's even though it's a Civic chassis, it is different. It is different. I will say that, and this has come from someone that owned a Civic, and I sell Hondas, But driving Integras, these things are really nice, really premium. But let's jump into the accessories because I want to see things you can add on this guy. So, you have the all-season mat, all that good stuff. Protection package. You can add a carbon fiber spoiler, which looks fire. Now $2,600. So if you have the money or not, you have the premium plus styling package. This is cool because it comes with multiple things. So I wonder if they put it in here. Let's see. So yeah, it comes with the door sill trim, the illuminated front A. So I don't think the door sill trim is standard. This one had the door sill trim, but I don't think that's standard on the A-Spec. You may have to add that as an accessory. Premium carpet floor mats and remote engine start. That's actually pretty nice. I like that. Okay. And you can start your car from distance. Okay, so I was complaining on my RDX video that you can use the remote start with the app, but you can't do it from the remote. But to be honest, I got used to just doing it from your phone. It's actually pretty cool. No matter where you at, you can start it up. But on this guy though, at least you can get it added to the remote, which is cool. I'm just not. I don't know if you're able to do it from the app. Maybe I have to double check. But you have a sport styling body package. Interesting. So rear diffuser on the side. How does that look? Let's add that. Okay. So add the little side skirt over here. Oh, give you a way more aggressive rear diffuser. And does it do anything in the front? Let me see. It's a rear diffuser, side, gloss black emblem. Okay. So you get the side diffuser and the blacked out emblems. Interesting. We're gonna remove that though. That's actually pretty cool. Sport black plus wheel. You can put 19s on this thing if you wanted to. Okay, and then with these matte. Oh, so you can have matte alloys. Then you get way more wheel options than the Civic on this guy. Okay, that's cool. Flower stem caps. You can have the illuminated. I would definitely add this to my Integra. If I would have bought one, I would definitely add this because look, it's $350, and then obviously you have labor and shipping, installation, all that stuff from your dealership. So it's gonna be this price is gonna vary. $350 is just for the part itself, but after all your fees and stuff, then it's gonna be very depending on dealership. But I would definitely add this if I bought Integra, and then you could get the gloss black A-Spec, or you could just get a black emblem. I get the light up one. A light one is fire. The logo projector. Okay, so like kind of stuff you can have the underbody spoiler, carbon fiber tailgate spoiler. Didn't I just saw one for like $2,600? Or is it hold on. Oh, I think it's two different types of spoilers though. Carbon fiber styling. Oh, this is a package. This is why you read. This is why you read, guys. So for $2,600, you get the spoiler, you get the door mirror covers, and you get the illuminated door. Oh, I see, I see. Gloss black illuminated front, and you get the black. Oh, okay. So that's actually a cool package. So you get the carbon spoiler, carbon mirror caps, illuminated door sill, and you get the blacked out emblems. That's not bad for $2,600. I was thinking like, yo, $2,600 for a spoiler is actually a lot. So the spoiler is actually, where you at? Spoiler is actually about a grand for a spoiler. So okay, and then you have the mirror cap for 600. You can add the rear diffuser, door visors. I love that you can have a bike attachment. You can add crossbars, which is cool. Get some ski and snow stuff, roof racks, bi-side molding. So car covers, pretty cool. Splash guards. So it's very similar to see. This is I believe the one I looked at had. I didn't even look at the window sticker. To be honest, I was so hot that I was just trying to just do the walk around for you guys and get the heck up out of here. I was sweating, and that's why that review, the audio was all messed up. I was just all over the place with this guy. But you can add a heated steering wheel. I like that because Civic don't have that as an option. You can add the Alcantara steering wheel, which is cool. All season floor mats, pet rear cabin liner. That's interesting. To allow you to. Okay, so it's like you protect your rear seats. Okay, it's like a wetsuit material. Safety shield entire rear seats and door panels from dirt. Oh, and door panels too. Wow. Okay. A lot of you guys gonna need that. I see. Oh, look, seat back protectors too. You can add in there. So there's a lot more accessories you can add for the Acura than the Civic. Wireless phone chargers, so you can add that. You can add remote start separate if you wanted to. The only thing I didn't see was home link, and I'm assuming there's just not a thing you can add on the Integra. So I'm gonna end this video here. Let me know if I missed anything on the Integra. I kind of went over with the A-Spec as over the base. You know, if I was, let's say I didn't want to spend almost 40 grand, I'll get an A-Spec all the way. But of course, I love the tech. I love all the technologies. I'll get the A-Spec with tech. But I feel like this is a good package, especially if you, because the Civic is not a competition for this car. This is like a whole different level when it comes to Civic. This is more like IS, and I was even talking about this in my base model Integra video, that most of the I researched what this compared to. The Camry came up, the Kia Stinger came up, and I was like, those are bigger cars. So I guess there's not a lot of competition for this car besides the IS, and Infiniti don't really make a small car, do they? I'm not too sure. And I'm trying to see what else is those three, Lexus, Infiniti, and Acura is like the Japanese. I guess the Mazda 3. You can say the Mazda 3 is a competition for this thing as well. But pretty interesting. So I'm gonna end everything here. Drop a comment below if you have any questions, or you prefer this over the Civic, you prefer the Civic over this. What did I miss? I love learning, and sometimes people comment things and that I didn't even know about, and now I know for the future. So I appreciate all feedback. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next walk around.